And the story continues. Cold, cold, cold.
Oh, yeah. We want to hit the roads now with our Angelina Salcedo riding in our 11 Alive weather impact tracker. Angelina, are you still up in Banks County?
We are still in Banks County. We are still in the city of Commerce as well. And as we were showing you guys a little bit earlier, obviously the roads here have not been fully cleared off. But if you look in the distance, you will be able to see a plow that is currently clearing off the roads here. Keep in mind, we have a lot of crews that are out clearing these roads. It's just going to take them some time in order to get to these spots that have dealt with the heavier impacts from this storm. We are starting to see some decreased visibility here as the wind continues to pick up. We see the plow every once in a while. The top of the plow obviously has like a covering for the salt that is over it, and we see that kind of blowing around. We also see the flurries here from the snow that are left over or still coming down, blowing around here and decreasing our visibility. But as the plow kicks up this snow as well, you can see the snow blowing around. You can see that these roads were treated beforehand. You can see the track of the sand and the salt that the plow is leaving behind. And this is their goal here, to make sure that they clear off the slush that we're seeing, especially closer to the shoulders. The slush is kind of going to be pushed to the shoulders once they clear it off. And then they're going to leave this path here to try and make sure that that slush doesn't freeze over in the middle of the roads. Again, these are local roads because these are county roads. So this isn't going to be like our interstate from the highway. These are roads that are going to be treated by different counties. And as they continue to find trouble spots, crews across Metro Atlanta are going to make sure that they go out and make sure that these roads have been cleared. We talk a little bit about our northern counties as well. I was in White County last weekend when they were dealing with the ice storm there. We actually got an update from them saying that they also had some hazardous road conditions as they got the accumulation in certain spots of 2 to 4 inches of snow, and that's why they're still urging people to stay off of the roads up in White County if they can. Good news to report, because we did lose power last week after we went through that ice storm. Everybody has power. There are no power outages in White County right now. The shelters have also been closed, but they remain in place just in case they have to open them back up, given the fact that the temperatures are going to be so cold up in the mountains. We have seen a decent amount of crashes up in the mountains, by the way, and it's because of these conditions that you guys are seeing right here. Imagine conditions like this on roads that happen to be hilly at the same time. It creates a really, really difficult situation, not just for crews to try and get around to clear off these roads and treat them, but for any motorists that happen to try to venture out and kind of see what things are looking like. We've seen people here in Commerce doing that. Somebody waved at us. They were kind of like on a four-wheeler type of vehicle, and they're basically trying to see what things look like here. That's what officials are urging people not to do. Please stay home if you can stay home, because you want to make sure that these roads are clear for these crews that are working really, really hard, trying to make sure that the roads are clear, the trouble spots are clear, but also for our emergency crews as well, as they try to respond to any 911 calls that may arise.
Angelina, with that really important perspective there and getting to see the road crews at work in real time. Angelina, I know the last time we talked with you, you had seen a few vehicles that looked to have spun off the road there. Have you seen any more trouble spots like that? At least from our vantage point, it looks like most people are heeding that warning in Banks County and staying off the roads.
Most people are heeding the warning and staying off of the roads. We did see Georgia State Patrol kind of driving around trying to see maybe where these trouble spots are or respond to anybody who might need some help. One of the cars that we saw that ended up spinning out still had the lights flashing, so I can only imagine, hopefully that person when they spun out didn't happen to be there for that long. But we listened to the representative from GDOT speak to us as well and talk about the fact that the reason why they tell people to stay off of these roads is so that if they do spin out, they don't have to take away the time from the crews that need to be out doing some really, really important work to keep people safe and keep our roads clear as well. And not to put those people in some hazardous situations because they decided to venture out and then ended up spitting out, because it can be pretty dangerous for you to travel on these roads. So it's just the same message for people. Obviously, as we continue to go on through the night, we see the slush is going to freeze overnight. Once it's dark, you're not going to be able to see these slick spots that are on the roads. And that's, of course, something that's really, really important to keep in mind.
All right, Angelina, thank you so much. Rolling in our 11 Alive weather impact tracker up in Banks County. Thank you so much for that view that you've been providing us from all over Metro Atlanta and North Georgia.